Hey everybody, hope everybody is doing good. Hope everybody is having a lovely day so far. And we start with a crash, that's brilliant. Give me a second, I'll be right back. And we seem to be live. Okay, that's one hell of a way to start a Monday stream. Shit. Good day everybody, hope everybody's good. So let's see, we've got over on Twitch, we have Bare Minimum Effort. Morning, good morning. Havana, hey, how's it? Bare Minimum Effort, missed that. Somebody was next to me talking, guess something broke. Yes, the game broke. In more than one way. Give me a second, let me just get the YouTube chat up here. Hopefully we don't crash when I alt tab here. That's always fun. Okay, and I think we are solid, we're good. Alright, so quick couple of things, if I may. Let's do this, and I'll tell you guys now why I'm looking at a racetrack with a magnificent loop. What we'll do is we'll quickly set up like a little camera. Get my put that on like that, and we'll tell the Pioneer, look at the camera so I can speak to you guys. Boom, there we go. All right, so Finn, how's it going over on Twitch? Welcome. So quick, a couple of things. The intent today was to stream my standard world, the YouTube world, to continue on with it. But in anticipation of 1.2, I switched over to experimental. And then during that time, we obviously started the stream. Everything was running smooth. Everything was running good. We're all happy. And then these guys, for the racetrack that I'm building, the coffee cup guys, they approached and kind of like asked if I could do one of the levels. And I said, yeah, great. That sounds like a good idea. So we're going to do zone 11. But in order to help me build this fast and efficient, we added a bunch of mods, which means that, okay, we can't do it on experimental, I'm going to have to switch back to normal. And I thought, well, I'll just continue playing on normal, on my normal world. But the problem is, the experimental doesn't want to load if I'm not in, or the experimental map that we were playing on, that I saved under the experimental branch, doesn't want to load if you're not in experimental. And I can't just switch, well, I can switch, but it's going to take a minute to switch between experimental and vanilla, because I need vanilla so I can activate the mods to build the racetrack. And I need to be in experimental without mods so I can load the normal world. So we're stuck with the racetrack for today, so I hope you guys don't mind. We're going to be streaming in a creative world, building a racetrack for the upcoming community event for the Coffee Cup Studio guys. Then Finn over on Twitch, how's progress going? I'm great building in Doggy's team, learning lots of tricks. I'm on fire. Bare minimum, yeah, mostly why I'm sticking to 1.1 for now. I tried to convert the file to see if I can continue my normal world in 1.1. But I wanted to switch over to experimental, so when we do actually go to 1.2, that can have all the goodies. But now, obviously with this now in the mix, it kind of makes things more interesting. So, but for today, we're going to be building a racetrack. And Finn, things are going quite well here. I'll show you what the... Actually, we can take a quick little drive. You guys are up for that? I've kind of done like... what the hell are these guys doing? Hey, boys! So we'll grab a little broom broom. And I'll show you guys what the track looks like. And how far we got. So this one isn't 100% complete yet, but kind of getting there. So we're going to get here through the bleachers. We're going to go for the loop-to-loop. And did I mess it up? I 100% messed it up. I was nailing it yesterday. So let's see if we can get back to our track. Hey, actually did it. Oh, what do you know? There we go. Alright, let me try that again. I was actually, like I was saying, I was playing last night on this and I was nailing it every time. Alright, let's try this again. Here we go. Nailed it. Then we get into this section here. Got a little crash barrier set up here, which I might need to extend. And obstacles. And we've got our little thingamajig over here. And then we go through this little section. And go down here into a multiple choice option branch out. So we're going to go this way. If I can get this the wheels to turn. And we're going to get to this point. And this is kind of like where we're at the moment. And I was trying to do like a cool jump here. That's why there's like multiple cars here. But yeah, bare minimum over on Twitch. It went wrong because you tried to show someone else. Exactly. That's the only time it goes wrong, is only if you try to show this to anybody. Like if you want to showcase it, yeah, you're gonna fall on your face. But otherwise, things are going swimmingly. All right, so let's continue the track. So there's going to be a couple of off-road sections, so to speak. And we've got this little section on the side here. And I kind of like build these barriers here. Topalek, how's it going? Over on YouTube, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I built this little section here so the guys can't fall off here. Because we were going to do a track going along this way onto a big bridge, but we kind of like changed the bridge a little bit. So I'm not going to worry about this now too much. But what we need to do is, I still need to build support here just to make this a little bit more believable. And then also when you come around this side of the vehicle, it's not blatantly obvious within like a split second if you should go left or if you should go right, or if you even can go right. So I might try and do like an interesting sign to kind of like indicate the road. But we can't go too sign heavy because this is going to be a shared wall amongst everybody, all the other builders. So this is my, I call this my, hold on a second. Let me just double check something here. Okay, no, it's all in here. I call this is my anti-cheese fence. And the reason I call it the anti-cheese fence is in case you want to get off here, you want to take this little route, you want to skip a section of road, even though you probably won't even know where the hell you're going, but this is the anti-cheese fence. There we go. Barrier 3 is what it's called. But I need to make it a little bit more obvious, so we're going to have to do a little bit of signage today, a little bit of sign work. But yeah, this should be interesting. Okay, so let me just have a little thinker. I still need to speak to the coffee cup guys to see what, kind of like, what's the idea if the guys fall off like here intentionally or just by accident. Do we kind of like set it up so they just kind of go back to a checkpoint, maybe over there? Because the way that I'm making the roads is so that they basically can't get back on top of the road if you fall off like at this section, to prevent the cheesiness of it. And if you drive along here at the bottom, you can't really get to this point. So I might block off certain areas. But let's add the cheese fence in here, on the anti-cheese fence. Just so we can kind of like block this area, although it's not really needed. Actually, let me try and do this better. So we'll go like that. And I just want a nice neat line between the two of them. We'll grab this fence, put it onto the pillar, and then we can position it exactly where we want it. Probably about yay high. Switch to blueprint mode, and we'll chuck that baby in there, and we'll just manually extend it a little bit. So it's gonna go 1. Why the hell are you going up and down? Oh my word. I've got infinite nudge on here, and I'm not familiar with the mod at all. And I think infinite nudge is doing the keys all weird, which is why it's like going every which way except the way that I want. Oh my word. Is this like a bug for the thing, or is that intentional? Or maybe I need to set it up. I don't know. I think he's slick with the beams. It's nudge. I'm trying my very best. I'm trying to look like I actually know what I'm doing, but I'm failing horribly. Oh, Doug, you want me to? That's fine. We're playing on a local session, so it doesn't matter too much. Doug, you want me to show you the loop? The loop-to-loop, like drive it. No, I'll drive it. I love showing off that thing.
A new follower emerged.
Thieldien's just followed.
I think we crashed again, guys. Let me remove those 2 mods, because I think it was running stable until I added nudge on them, and I don't like it, so apologies for this. Let me switch over to the be right back screen, and I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Let's see if we can get a game screen going here. Come on, OBS, there we go. Infinite nudge, that's fine. Skip it. Doug over on Twitch. I was wondering if you have nudge installed still. It makes the nudging different. It makes the nudging that sucks. I was not used to that at all. Like, that just completely threw me off now. Let me just organize my screens here. There we go. So apologies for that. That was an unfortunate crash. Oh, we shall continue. Oh yeah, we wanted to show you the loop. Okay, let's show the loop. Watchdown over on YouTube. Thing is, I don't have any issues with the crashing from my 10 mods. No, I don't have experimental. Mods don't work with experimental. I played for over 8 hours. Yeah, I played yesterday fine as well, and had no issues. So I'm not sure what the issue is, to be quite honest. And then topic on YouTube as well. Jakes, how do you do stackable blueprints? I'll show you in a minute. You mean stack like just stacking blueprints on top of each other, or you mean something else? Okay, let's go. Doug, you focusing? Let's see if I can nail it. Get you through the breaches. Hell's yeah. Only thing is the camera really kind of throws you off. Like almost literally. Dad, you bitch. So we got our little wall thing here. Don't fall. There we go. Got through this section. Perfect corner, love it. And we get to this section right here. And we spun out. And there we go, down to 5th place immediately. This guy goes around here, and that's kind of where we're at the moment. That's it. Watchdown over on YouTube says, ask Doug if we can have first-person mod. That would be interesting. Doug, can we have the first-person mod? You can install it, better vehicle cameras, and turn... Isn't there like a lock-on feature by default? Hold on. I've never used... I know it is there. So you've got fixed camera. We can try this one. I had orbit on. That's probably why it was all wonky. So we'll try fixed camera. So now I can't move the camera. Get a little statue there. I don't know why that is. Oh, Doug. Actually, no. That's something I'll ask you guys on Discord. I've got a couple of questions. You know what? Life's going to be easier if we make it easier. Oh, first person mod camera was fixed just for this one. That's cool. That is very cool. Alright, so we are... Okay, we fixed it. Let's see if this is any better. But apparently we're going to have the first person one. Nice. Kind of a little better, although I did... No, nailed it. That's intentional. I was testing the boundaries. There he is. Oh my word. That turn is quite... you can easily mess that one up actually. So the fixed one is pretty good, but yeah, we'll have first person, so... Very nice. Okay. Good. Alright, so now we need to continue. Oh, Doug, this is my anti-cheese fence to prevent people from cheesing the system, which is kind of like my questions is related to the cheesiness of, or the cheesy tendencies of players. They got a little off-road section here, so now I need to figure out how I'm gonna make something. So first of all, I need to... Let's go over here. This is a nice little spot for... Thanks, Finn. We love skillful skips if we can do it. My big jumps and things like that would be fun to have, but this red forest kind of limits you a lot to what you can do space-wise. How would you guys do the checkpoints? So would you do like a checkpoint like at the beginning of each like zone, and when the guys fall off, like let's say they fall in here, there's no way for them to get from here to say over there. What's my theme? A racetrack. My theme is here is a racetrack, and then there you go. Then you grab... Oh, we're having a lovely day today. We're having a grand old time. Oh, got issues. Sorry guys, well, this is fun. This is so much fun. Like I said, this wasn't happening before. Apologies. Let me just switch you guys over. I'll be right back. And we're back. No, I'm not aware of how to send it from the mod manager. I usually set my mod to the mod manager and then launch the game once and then never open the mod manager again unless I changing mods again. Well, we'll see if it persists, then we'll take it from there, but yeesh, not ideal. Apologies for the crashes, guys. That is very much not intentional. Okay. We were trying to place a blueprint maker right here. Let's do that quickly. And the thing that we need is we need to make a sign that's going to show them turn left or turn right. Next time it happens, click generate debug on mod manager. Okay, my mod manager is closed though, but I'll launch the game next time with mod manager, and then if it does crashes, I'll generate a report and I'll save it somewhere and send it to you. Anyways, okay, so we need something to tell the guys go left or go right. So let's kind of like take this section over here. And thanks, Doc. I'll check that out. Mark over on YouTube. Dankie meneer. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so let's quickly see what size sign I'm going to use. Because the thing is, I want it to be easily visible so that when people are racing down the side here, I don't want them to stop and have to read like the entire paragraph of what we're supposed to do or what they're supposed to do. So I think this sign, small billboard, will be fine. We can also try this one maybe. So let's try this one. So we're going to put it over here, make our lives easier. Okay, I'm just going to quickly do this. Just we'll override one of these older ones. There we go. Nice. Okay, let's see. No, don't. Okay, we've got an issue, guys. We do have an issue. Give me a few moments. I'm going to try and roll back the changes on the. I'm going to roll back the changes on that little cart because I think that's going to be, that might be the issue. I don't know. So I'm going to give you guys the be right back screens and I'll be right back. Okay, so I rolled it back to the version just before the latest one, and let's see what happens. It sucks a little bit. Okay, we're live, so let's see what happens. I saved the last debug report. I'll send it to you guys, Doug, as soon as I can. Let me just minimize OBS here. Okay. Anyways, let's continue. So we'll do this one as a left turn. And we've got these kind of like default options for turning. But I think we can do better than this. But we'll do these for now. So let's see if we control them a little bit. Go left. And I'm not sure what color should. Could probably keep it orange. It's not bad. I might do a different sign here, because what you can do is if you choose like maybe do this one. Actually, hold on. Let's not be silly. Let's work with a new one. Otherwise, we're gonna have to redo that again. If you go to layout, you can do like, no, not this one. You'll probably do this one, and then you can do custom characters in here. But I don't have any available for arrows, but you can do something interesting with that. So I think for now, let's stick with these guys, and we'll do the other one as well. I want to see if I can mix it up a little bit, but I'm gonna have to scratch around on like a site. No, not a site, but I've got like a link that gives you characters that you can use in the game that will work. And I'll scratch around in there, and as soon as I find some, I'll show you guys. But that's going to be after the stream. So we told the guys, go left, go right. So let's do that. Hold on, let's do this. Because the thing is, we also don't want to use too many signs in this world. There isn't like a hard limit, but there is like a just tone it down a little, boys, kind of limit. Alright, go left, go right, and then probably could do one that says go straight. And the reason I'm putting them all together is I kind of want to make it into one blueprint. And when you place it down, you'll just delete the ones that you don't need. And if that doesn't work, then I'll do separate ones. And we'll say with this one, this way. Right, so we seem like we're stable. Let's hope it stays like that. Right, so this will be direction boards. Let's do like this. Directional signs, I suppose. Well, you know what? I think we can address this up a little bit, and then we might need to do separate ones. What am I looking for? We'll just do this one. Let's do that, and we'll fix it there. So that's fine, so that's saved. So let me delete this one. And because the thing is, you might need to place it somewhere, and then fairly high, and you want to have like a long, let's call it a pole or something, to be able to put it down. So I think if we dress this up a little bit, and the way that I'll do it is I'll use like beams. So we'll get this little beam up here, and we'll try and make this fairly tall. We'll see if it looks any good once we're done. So let's do it a little bit rough, and just see if we want to do it like this. Yeah, let's say I'm just going to do it like a dirty version. So I'll probably encase it in a box, and I'll probably move it forward as well, the sign itself. Or I'll just move this everything else back. So this big orange box will kind of like let players know, okay, so this is an indicator of where you should go, or at least you kind of like pay attention to this. We'll make this a little shorter. Let's just. So it's not going to be, definitely not going to be the final version. And then if we can move this guy forward. Got somebody growling at me. Was it one of those swamp monsters here below me? So let's see. I'll finesse that in a bit. Let's just see if we want it like this. Do we want it like this? I don't know. So we got the big sign, but I think this might be too chunky. And come on, stop being red. So like a box like this, maybe. And then you kind of like give it a, come on, fly. Give it like just a leg to stand on. So this is like version 1, like the test. So we'll do directional signs. I should say right. Save it, and let's give it a go. So we put this guy down here. So you see, you want to have like a tall leg so you can kind of like maneuver it as you like. So we'll definitely increase that. Let's do it in line with this foundation right here. But I think something like that perhaps, and then we've got to go left here, which will obviously change at some point. So if you come around this corner, okay, I think the signs might work. Let's see over here, because this is kind of why I was thinking of using signs, because you can place it here, so if you place it here, it's actually kind of cool. Hold on, you can kind of like do like this. So go right, but then this guy, if he comes down this road, he's not necessarily going to see that sign, and you can pass through here. But when this guy comes here, he can immediately see, oh, I need to go this way. So if you do like 3 of these, then it's going to be extremely obvious. But then also, like I said, you can position them so this guy coming down here doesn't see it, or he sees it's not for him at least. And go right. So I think, yeah, let's use the signs again, but let's make them nice. Let's make them look good. So I'll show you guys a little trick that I use sometimes. I want to be able to place this sign exactly the way that I want it. Like as in, do I want it to go a pixel back or a pixel forward, like at whichever distance. And obviously doing it like this, you can't really do it. Even with infinite nudge, you can only do a certain minimum amount. But if you want to have full control, this is my trick, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people use it as well, but this is what works for me quite well. So you want to place this one down, because when you grab a catwalk, you'll see that if you put the catwalk here, you'll see it snaps. Doesn't matter what you do, it will snap. But if you put the catwalk here, you can see you can pretty much do whatever you want. So if you look at that sign there, we want to push it forward so it's just beyond that metal corner, so just in front of it. You're going to have to move this thing about that much. So we're just going to eyeball it that way and see what happens. So then you have to take the sign that you want and make sure you put it on the catwalk. And now if you nudge it back, you can pretty much place it wherever the hell you want. And we almost, looks like we nailed it on the first try. Let me take this one out. So let me just continue showing you to show you guys the difference. So let's say we want to move that sign a little bit forward, like just a smidge. I'm just going to put this one down here because that's going to be my marker to compare it to. And now you can see, so if you look at that corner there, you can see what I'm doing. I'm kind of looking right there and I'm just pushing it ever so slightly forward. Grab the sign again. Make sure you put it on the catwalk and not on the pillar. And if you take this guy back in, so we'll put this one down. You should see that it now moved extremely little in. So you can, I don't know how fine you can do it, but you can do it extremely fine to the point where you can probably move it like a millimeter if you need to. But yeah, there's a little lesson for you guys. So let's save this one. Okay, so let's try and make this nice. So let's kill all of this. We'll take this stubby one, and I kind of want it to be almost exactly like I just placed it, halfway down at the back. So we can dump all of these out. Oh, and FYI, if you highlight the blueprint maker while there's something on there, you can't delete the blueprint maker. So if I highlight that, see, you can't delete. So don't worry about if you do what I'm doing right now. Don't worry about targeting the blueprint maker, because I see a lot of people like they'll do this and then they'll be like, oh, I don't want to delete this, but yeah, you can. And also, you don't have to go here to save it. You can go anywhere on this damn thing and just kind of like save it over here if you need to. I also see sometimes a lot of people will do whatever they need to do here, and then I'll run around here and be like, oh, I need to come to this terminal. No, you just look at the floor and just do it there. Anyways. Alright, so let's do this one. So this one's going to go kind of like that. I'm going to go down here. So we want the same as on the left hand side. And it's going to go down. Go down 2. And same thing over here. And then I'm going to switch to the normal one. And then twist it. So do a little bit more of a detailed finish. Okay, so you see, like when it does this, it doesn't want to take it. The best fix that I found is just do it from the middle out as opposed to from the edge to edge. And, there you go. And there's another way to get past this as well, but that's a little bit more tedious. But if we get to that point where it's needed, I'll show you guys. So it's gonna look okay. Doesn't look too bad, I think. Okay, so I need to do the little bottom section here as well. Alright, so this guy's got the same issue. And the reason for that is it's like where it meets up. Oh, damn it, hold on. You can't have more than 2, well, you can actually, but under normal circumstances, you can't have more than 2 items occupying the same point. But it's less about what's in the middle and more about, I think, the edges. So you can't have multiple objects meeting at the same point. So if you place it identically to the previous one, obviously your meeting point will be the same as well. But I think if you change the meeting point, as in you go middle out as opposed to just left to right, then sometimes it will allow you to place the item. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm doing something else wrong here. This one needs to change. And this needs to go like that. Nudge this guy up. And now these will work fine. So I was trying to do that. Okay, so this looks a little better. And then what we can do is we can go over to this painted section or the unpainted one, and then we'll paint these guys. Now the thing is, I think we need to avoid all that.
A new follower emerged.
Oh, we got a new follower.
It's Lion Spear just followed.
It's Lion Spear. It's an interesting name. I like it. Let's put the box facing outwards, as in like the little rivets, because it joins it up nicer, so that you don't have won't have the flickering either. So let me just check here. Go over here. So you don't want to do this one, so we need to swap this one out now for one of these guys. And we're going to paint this guy orangey. Alright, so now we got less flickering, but we still have that little one over there. Anyways. We got It's Lion Spear. Hey mate, love your videos. Thought I'd throw you a follow and hop into the stream. Welcome. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you for the follow and the jumping. So we'll grab this guy again. Let's try and do this in one go. Try to reduce the item count. Like, sometimes I'm hyperfixated on the item count, but apparently it's not really such a big issue. That's such a big issue. Well, not as big as I thought it is. But obviously having less items always can be better for frame rate. Especially if you're doing 200 kilometers an hour coming past this point. Okay, so let's try. I'm gonna get this little section at the bottom going here. It might be. Let's try this and kind of like that. Okay, gives it a little bit more character. I like it. I like it a lot. And then let's do 7. We're gonna do these as well. Oh, somebody was asking something earlier. I think it was Havana. Did you ask about whether I'm gonna share something, or was it Finn? Yeah, if you guys want something, just ask. I'm happy to share everything, anything, everything. All right, so let's make this one orange again, so it won't Z-fight. Well, it will Z-fight, but you won't see it. Can you turn up your voice a bit? I can absolutely do that. Let's try that. So it seems mic volume. No, that's up a little bit. Menu, turn it up. Right, how's it sound? I am also kind of talking a little softer than usual because I'm kind of like focusing here, and then let's say my voice volume drifts. It's a very creative way of describing it. But yeah, okay. But if it's low, let me know. I'll try and speak up, and I'll even increase the mic if we need to. Okay, so that's our little sign. Now we've got this little top section that's now flickering. And it's not the end of the world, but let's see if we can do something about it. But this is going to be way too much. Let's just try it out. Okay, okay. Probably got a bad Bluetooth set. Maybe. But I did increase it, so let me know if it's better. So let's see if we add this little thing in here. It does look like it's slightly off center. Let's snap it to the corner pieces and see if it lines up better. Not really that much. We'll put that one down there. Let's have a quick look. So you see now that section is slightly different from that section. You're obviously not. I might be overly pedantic here. I'm probably not even going to see that. Flying past at whatever speed that these guys will be doing. But let's fill it out and we'll just have a look. Kind of looks interesting on the backside now as well with those things in there. And let's do one more and just see what it looks like. Good, go away. Okay, so this one doesn't go all the way through. Why not? Why are you being difficult? See now, if we place it on the sign, it's going to line up perfectly. So let's actually do that. So we'll drop these ones. And I'm kind of like, I'm aiming at the sign now, which is why they seem to be lining up, because now they're orientating according to the sign's position. So we'll get this one to go all the way up, just to cover up that little clip on the top. Okay, and I wonder, do we add another one just at the bottom here? So if we do this, looking at the sign again, like that. Let's see. Yeah, that looks good. I hope you guys didn't get that motorbike. Somebody with a broken exhaust just drove past here. But I think my mic should have cut that out. Oh wait, I thought something looked a bit off. There we go. was like, am I going crazy? Alright, so we've got these little signs now. I think that's perfectly adequate. What do you guys think? You guys happy with that? Then we'll have to do the separate ones so that it's just easier to place. Kind of thinking, is there anything else we can do to make it look good? Like if you want to, for instance, remove this, the alternative I was just thinking of. So it seems like we're nice and stable now, Doug. I don't know if you're still here, but that seems to have done the trick. So whatever he did, he just needs to kind of like reevaluate it a little bit, check for bugs. So you guys, you can use this little guy, and then you just need to maneuver it in position. In fact, I think let's try that. That actually looks pretty good. Take this guy, yoink him up, get him in the middle. Look at him, skinny little, looks like a little chicken feet sticking out there. So let's do 2 and see how that's gonna look. Go up. I like. That look like a. It almost looks like a person standing there. Oh, that's funny. Sorry, that just kind of makes me giggle. So let's see if we do 3 of them. I like the fact that it kind of sticks out there. So I think what we'll do is we'll save this one. Clear the blueprint maker. And then what I want to do is I want to spawn it in, but I want to lift it up so I can extend those legs so that we have more than enough room to kind of to make the legs as long as possible, so that when we have to stick it into uneven surfaces or terrain, that we can have a lot of leeway to stick it into the ground. So let's say something like that. And then I'm going to remove these. And then see. So I don't think you can nudge these up, but yeah, it's gonna say uneven surface. Okay. Well, why doesn't it do it over here? So we'll lift them up, get them in position, and I'll just lower the blueprint onto these so that they don't moan about anything. And the reason why I want to redo these is I kind of like the fact that this little yellow warning sign thing kind of sticks out at the bottom. I think it looks interesting. So we'll have that. We'll then delete this one, spawn it back in, and just remove the other legs. There we go. So this one needs to sit like that, and then we need to take these guys off. Another little tip that you guys, just for general construction, these will work quite well as walls. So if you put them like this, you kind of like get like a fence going. And then if you want to have a tall fence, you're going to have to double it up. But yeah. Okay, so this one is good to go. And we'll say this is going to be... Shit, what do we call it? Go over here. Directional sign right. I'll just go with direction sign right. You got a quiet audience. Oh, they got stuff and things to do. This is a Monday after all. We will forgive them this time, but only this time. That's all good. I can speak to myself. I don't mind speaking to myself. I find myself to be very agreeable with myself. Right, so there we go. Somebody had a question about how can you stack blueprints. So we'll try and answer that question now. So whoever that was, buddies, time to pay attention. No, it's actually quite easy. Right, so we'll remove these guys. So if you want to stack blueprints, just go into blueprint mode, and you'll see it kind of wants to snap to that little hitbox there. Yeah, it's supposed to be working. Yeah, supposed to be working here, Finn. Finn, get back to work. So yeah, you can do it like that, and just kind of stack things. All right, so let's delete this one. And ideally I would like this to line up with the road, and the best way to do that is going to be just to grab a blueprint, foundation, and go to zoom mode, and just extend it all the way so we know that, oh, we are falling, and not anymore. Okay. So I just kind of like work off this little foundation, and then we know if we want to place it in line with this road, we have to place it right there. So we go. So this is where the legs come in, so you can kind of like maneuver it a little bit. So we'll do it like that. Thing over on YouTube. I will, when I get home, work on the racetrack at work, so I can take it easy. Nice. Oh, this is the wrong way around. Why did nobody tell me? So arrow facing forward is where the sign's face is going to be. Those look really nice. I like them, but I'll be sure to share it with the other ones if they want it. So go right. Because when these guys come around here, they're going to see that sign as well. We could place 2 more here just to say go left in case these guys for whatever reason wants to turn right. So let's do this. Actually, no, let's go create them. So we'll go we'll change this one out and then just go over here, go left, and then we'll do this one. There we go. And we'll save this guy as left. And then we'll do the up arrow as well, just to indicate go forward. We'll do that one, and then we'll change the text to this way. Almost want to add bitch. But let's not. Forward. I missed the W. Forward. Okay, so now we got a couple of signs. So I believe these guys will. We could maybe, because I want to use this arch to indicate where the road is when it isn't obvious. That's why they're kind of like back there. We could add something at the bottom here. So let's try and see how that's going to work out. So we can load the arch. I saw the arch when I had a look at it the other day. I saw it wasn't perfect. I was maybe wanted to redo it, but I was like, we'll leave it like it is. Alright, so let's see. Do we have a crash or what's happening? Oh, guys, we're having instability issues today. This is not fun. Apologies again for the constant crashing. I don't know what else going on here. We'll see if other people have the same issue using similar mods. If not, so again, sorry about that. And we're back. Alright, so luckily I set the autosave to be quite to save like every second or third minute, because I had issues before, but that was more to do with mods that isn't part of what we're using today or at the moment. And like I said, funny enough, Watchstone said he was playing for 8 hours, no issue. Alright, so get to the center point. I'm going to go 14. So center is going to be there. And then, okay, so that one is center perfectly. Okay, cool. Let's see, so I want to put a sign in here that says basically go ahead, go left, go right. So we could maybe, let's just see if this is gonna be adequate. So actually, you know what, we'll do it like this. And let's see what we can do. That's going to look interesting. So we can still use the same, I think doing the same ones might be beneficial, so people when they drive the track that they kind of get used to these. Oh, you can do 2 of them. And this one will be straight ahead, even though I don't think people will be able to read these signs. Straight ahead. Oh, you can actually read them quite fine. Right. I completely misspelled that. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna do that because it's funny. Straight ahead. And is it glossy? It is glossy now. So let's we'll build like a little frame similar to that one that we did earlier onto this one. I kind of want to, okay, let's do this. Copy it, clear this blueprint maker because I want to get this one separate and facing the right way as well. I see the arch was skew. Come on, fly. Damn it. Sorry. Is that going to be high enough for the frame? Let me lift it up a little bit just to give myself some room to work. Place this guy down, delete this guy, and paste the other one. There we go. Straight ahead. Okay, let's see if we can do any interesting backgrounds. I mean, we can do the gradient. We can do these, but I think this is going to be... Oh, you actually can't see them. That's fun. So if you do it like this, you can see the gradient one at the back. But I think that... I was about to say, it's probably not going to work. You missed an R, lol. Lol. I did, you're 100% correct, thank you. Oh, okay, now... Damn it. I don't really want to do that. Maybe... I wonder if we should just stick with the... Well, we'll keep it like this for now. It will still work. Thanks, Nocturne. Appreciate that. Over on YouTube. Okay, let's try the background. Let's just see if the backgrounds are gonna... I don't think the backgrounds will work. I was about to say it doesn't work with this specific one, but it does. So that's obviously horrible. Let's switch these around and see if we can make it look interesting. No, that's also... So I think just a little bit of gray, and this is going to be full on black. So it makes it look slightly more interesting, though you're probably going to hardly notice it. I wonder if I do these kind of like a blue color. Let's see if that pops even more. I like the blue. The blue looks nice. And then if we then maybe do the blue inside here, but we're going to have to make this extremely dark. Oh, look at that. I like it. So we'll do direct directional sign. Directional. What did I say? Direction sign. I think that's the other one. Direction sign. But then we'll say big. And this will be forward or onwards. Forward. We'll use this blue since the sign is blue. We'll kind of like add this in. I always like to just desaturate them a little bit because it looks better in this little preview window. And then we'll just do, it's actually a billboard, but whatever. Save this one in. So I like the look of that. That looks kind of cool. I wonder if we should change the orange ones as well to the blue. So the I is lowercase. Yeah, it's intentionally lowercase because it tickles me. That's the only reason why. Alright, so let's grab this guy. And I want to see if I can make it so the box appears a little smaller than it actually is, or the screen. Oh, I see, funny. Yeah, it is kind of fun, yeah. It's not like haha fun, it's more like, yeah, look at that. So let's grab this guy, go across. Do we... You know what we can do though, is we can actually move the screen just a smidge up by sliding it on the side here. Just for anybody that's new here, we've been experiencing 1 or 2 crashes. So if a crash does happen, I'm going to restart the game, but I do apologize in advance if it does happen again. Hopefully it doesn't. But if it does, me very sorry. So if we make this box a little smaller, or at least appear to be smaller, I don't know if that's a good thing. So, doesn't really add to it. I think this is fine, so we just need to dress it up a little bit. So we'll use these the shelf ones for the outside, and we'll use the H-beams for the front side. And we can just add a little splash of color in. Okay, this guy doesn't want to play ball. Hold on. And do we... I'll push it all the way to the edge. What the hell? Go like that. And this one also goes all the way up, so we might as well just keep them all similar. This guy's going to go across. Okay, cool. So ideally, what I want to do actually... You know what I've got? I've got a different sign, but it's a blueprint I made somewhere else, and I think I'm quickly going to copy it over and just load the game again, because then it will refresh the signs and we can do a better sign that will fit the arch much better, because it's got like it's like an octagon shape or elongated octagon shape. So I think let me quickly do that. I'm just alt-tabbing out for a moment, so I think that's gonna it's just going to look better, and it's going to save us a little time, so I don't have to, because doing the one that I'm going to be putting in now, it's quite finicky. It looks good, but it's finicky. Sorry, give me a second, I'm just trying to find it. Exit signs. Give me 1 second, guys. I think it was the MAM one, because I was doing a sign for the MAM. I found it. Cool. Let me just drop it into my current blueprint section, which is going to be Explorer Race. Paste it in there. Okay, and I'm back. So we'll quickly save this. We'll do it under JX. Save, and then we're just going to load the exact same one. And when you put a blueprint in, that will kind of like refresh all the blueprints, and then you can see it. There we go. And the one that I was looking to add is this. And we got another crash, guys. Oh, this is aggravating. Right, I'm gonna give you guys the be right back. Actually, hold on, it's loading in quite quick. Sorry about this. Like I said, in advance, apologies. Not sure what this is. Sucks. So we managed to not crash for, what was that now? 14 minutes? Anyways, let's push on. We shall persevere. Right, so here's the sign. Oh, don't tell me that sign is doing it now. Oh, God. Okay, so I don't think it's a sign, but I'm gonna remove it anyways. Again, guys, apologies. Okay, and we're back. Alright, so we're not going to do that sign because ain't nobody got time for this. Weird crashes. Usually modes are still stable. Yeah, it sucks. I'm sorry, you guys have to suffer with me. So what I wanted to do is to kind of just bring it out a little bit, give this thing a bit more shape. So we'll see if we can do it now. But when the stream is done, I'll investigate a little bit to see if there's something I can do to remedy it. Oh, so this is kind of like a question I get every now and then. If you want to get a nice clean corner between these, for those who don't know, I'll quickly show you how to do it. You have to kind of bring this section out a little bit. And you do another one over here. Bring that out a little bit as well, because when you place a beam, the point that links up is the
new follower emerged.
Is the middle point.
Electrospheres just followed.
Hey, Electrospheres, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. So the middle point is the points that will give you like a clean connection. So if you then nudge these out, connect it where you want them to be, and then nudge it back in, you can get this really clean joint, like you see here now. So that's how you do that, in case anybody was wondering. And I want you to do what I want you to do. I wanted to snap there, but it's a little tricky, so let's just quickly add these little bits in here again. So I can do the other one that's at an angle. There we go. Like that, because I want you to do this. Oh, okay, there's like a lot of items here now, I think that's the problem. Let's thin this out a little bit. Because yeah, I think we're gonna do this sign slightly different. So now it should work perfectly fine. Still doesn't like you. Okay, hold on, we're gonna, there's a way to fix this. It's just you have to jump a couple of hurdles. Oh, you don't. So this is where, if you don't want to do like very fine work, you can see it wants to do 1 meter. It can do 1 meter, like 1.5 meters is fine. Then it will do any length. But if it's like only that little bit, you kind of need snapping points for it to. Sometimes you can kind of wing it. I'm trying to be very precise now, and the game is not liking me for that. So, you know what? Let's give it a little bit more length. So let's actually redo the sign. Hold on. Let's do it properly from the beginning. Because the square sign wasn't really doing it for me. And I can also show you guys how I do the sign that I wanted to put in here, that I've already done this with. So I'm going to move this one across onto the edge. So I'm going to have to move this one out a little bit as well. Okay, so that's on the edge, perfect. So I'm going to put this one across. But the thing is, I don't want to give it a little bit more room. So let's go about that much. And that means it's probably going to be, is it there? Yeah. So let's see what the angle is going to look like if I do the same thing now. And it's going to be a little bit easier to work with because the length between the snapping points is a little bit longer, which makes it slightly more forgiving. That's kind of what we're going for. And the thing is that you do with the blueprint maker, only do this half, then we're going to save it, flip it around, and then kind of like half our effort that we're doing right now. Because I just always try to do it a little faster and a little bit more efficient every time. And that's one of the little tricks that I usually do. Is if you're being symmetrical, just do the one side, save it, flip it, and then boom. Okay, so same story here. Go across. Go across. And then let's link these guys up and nudge up. So now we get a like nice little, we got softer corners basically. And before we remove these, let's do the little twist. Right, so we got the same story here, but we've got a solution now because we've got more length. Is if you go from the outside, from the middle in, like I'm doing right now. So from the middle out, these will snap in. But there's a better way of doing this without having to do multiple pieces, and I'll show you guys what that is in a second. In fact, I think we can do that. Hold on, let me think. So we remove this one. We'll keep the sign there. I'm going to turn this one thing, or actually both of these, into a blueprint. And then the blueprint doesn't have any worries. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to delete everything except that little one that's in question. So now you got those guys. I'm just going to do like X, just like a temporary one. Then you go load. Where's our, this one? And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete this one because we've saved that version already. I want to have this one here now. Put it in there. Take it out. Put that guy in there. But turn it. Just make sure that's right. That looks right. That looks right. And now you grab your, in fact, let me just save this one because sometimes when you open up a blueprint and you stand close to the blueprint maker, it will actually load it. And it does. So now this, because this is a blueprint, it don't care. Thing over on YouTube, you got a team or just doing the whole zone alone? No. I've got a Whitestone Industries. He just commented up above. He's also an excellent builder, which is why I approached him. We've worked together before, like a collab. And I asked him if he wants to come out of semi-retirement to help me build this thing, because he's been playing some other games for a little bit. Right, so now we've got this corner set up, so we're going to save this guy. And with it already loaded, we're going to go and grab it, and then just turn it around. And put this guy in position, so maybe like that. Just gonna delete that one, and we're going to delete the double ups, which are going to be those. So there we go. So now you've got a nice sign, and you don't have to worry about all the little finicky stuff that Satisfactory, or that doing it like very finely, adds into the mix, like the little nuances. So yeah, using the blueprint maker just to bypass them, it's really handy. Okay, we'll do center out for this one. This is being difficult. Actually, hold on. Come on, just do what I tell you. It's so easy. Just do exactly what I want you to do. I'm pretty sure I saw it. There we go. And then we'll do the same at the bottom. But I want to see why I lifted things up a little bit, because sometimes you need to really get in there. So bend with the knees. So that looks much better than the previous one. So let's save it before we crash again. How good does that look? That looks so good. Okay, so now let's dress it up a little bit. Make it look sexy. So I don't really want to do like a ton of signs, but I think these are not too much. Okay, I can't really think of anything else that we can do to make this look better. We can't completely paint the sections that we're supposed to. That will help. There we go. So now the idea is behind these is like on this section, just to prevent the guys from turning right, you can just give them like a visual indication saying, just keep going straight, my man. Now that is looking clean as hell with the pillar frame. It is, huh? So you can kind of like add it in here. Although I probably don't want it to be this low. You could always just kind of attach it in front. Like that. So when you come down here, vroom, 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 vroom. Oh, the blue looks so nice with the backdrop of the red and the pink. Oh, hell's yeah. So nice. I'm just doing this for my own sanity. And then let's do one that says, but I'll share these with you guys if you want to. Or so Electro was commenting on how clean it looks. So we'll do the right turn. Right's gonna be that one. And then we'll do the same as we did there, is go right. And then obviously we're going to do left as well. Go left. You can probably do one more saying pick a route, because there might be like we're trying to do multiple choice when it comes to the tracks. Right. Oh, I do like the blue, looks so good. So let's see if we can do these, but with the blue background rather. Which one was it? Was it this one? And we'll do the backdrop. It's going to be this. Is that going to have an effect on it? Not really. But I do think the blue looks really, really nice. It actually glows a bit better as well. Nice. Okay, so we won't obviously need those at the moment. So let's yoink this one. Go over here. Try and get that bad boy right in the middle. So, like that. So this is going to be... I should have taken the other one. That's fine. We'll just go forward. I need the go right. Where's the right one? Go left, go right. Okay, and I'll just copy this over. There we go. Nice. Go right. I will take those out in a second. Straight ahead. I like it. Alright, so if they do mess it up, that's entirely on them now. Okay, let's just do this barrier that I wanted to put in here earlier. Go about this high, sure. Ah, did I mess that one up? No. Oh, and I need to build a custom one there. And then just to fill the bottom, grab these guys. Why are they skewed? There we go. This is my anti-cheese barrier, so the guys can't skip areas they're not supposed to skip. But you know, there's definitely going to be people like that where they just want to skip all the beautiful tracks and just go as fast as they can because they want to beat whoever's in front of them. Okay, cool. The no cheese barrier is good to go. Alright, so when they come through this section, we've got the indicator down here now to say drive this way. And hopefully they do kind of stick to it. I wanted to do like a little jump here. I was testing jump pads, but it wasn't really working that well. But what we can do is we can maybe add this little option in here so they can jump here if they want to. Or you can bypass on the side, which will probably be the better deal because you're not going to lose control. So let's see if we can add a little paint on here. Pattern. Just to indicate a jump. Is there anything better that we can use? We can maybe do the little car thing. Like this little explorer. Yeah. That looks cute. And then a little caution tape, or at least something that could do the same, act in the same capacity. Up to there. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. We'll just do same one on the other side. Okay. Looking nice. So I don't want it to be. I don't want there to be like a weird lip or something that might throw them off. So we'll do this section just kind of going straight out. And we'll have like a little jump, just a drop at the back here. Mostly because why not? Is this gonna... Oh, okay, so that is wrong. I was wondering if it's going to get some Z fighting, if it's going to clip with the foundation. Most likely it will. Okay, that's the problem. Hold on. There we go. I like the look of the little yellow edges. Looks nice. centered? Yeah. Okay. This biome is actually beautiful. I'm looking at these little flowers, quite highly detailed little flowers, just chilling here while I'm busy working. Yeah. Okay, that looks cool. I like it a lot. Let's just bring this down a little bit.
New follower emerged.
Lingling 326 just followed.
Ling, welcome. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it, and welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it. If you need context as to what the hell's going on here, let me know. But in a very, like the cliff notes is, we're building a racetrack. There you go. And we're going to test this guy in a moment to see how that jump works. So this is going to go... I don't want you to overlap that actually. Right. Let me place it and then I can just kind of slide it on the edge. And let's see if we can get rid of this one sign in here. There we go. Okay. It's looking cool. No, I flew straight into a wall looking at the chat. And there's my loop, of course. Okay, let's we'll drive from this section, just gonna see what it is like. Whee! And if we take the jump, you're gonna get quite a bit of air. Oh, nice. That's cool. Alright, so let's just do a little something at the bottom just so it looks a little good, a little better, and not floaty. We'll just do this. There we go. And actually we'll do it over here as well. And we can even paint this black. There we go. Yeah, I like it. Alright, so we don't want the guys to drive off to this in this direction to cheese it. So we're gonna have to put in the anti-cheese barrier, which is this one over here. So I'm probably gonna have to, because the thing is with the jump also, they're gonna be able to get to quite a few places. So I think we'll block it off from this section, and we'll tighten it up over this area so that they've got enough room to jump and do what they want to do. But yeah, I think we'll do it like that. And the best way that I found to get something to go in the direction you want it is grab the beam, point it in whatever direction you want. I'm gonna go grab this barrier. Where is it? There we go. Barrier number 3, and just put it onto it so it just lines up the direction, and then whatever direction, whatever height you want. So obviously you need to be high enough just to prevent guys from going every which way. And we can now take this out. Don't need that no more. Alright, let me grab the bottom section, which is just going to be this wall, so we can just zoom it easier. There we go. So that's a pretty decent fence, I think. Should keep them at bay, but before we finalize this track, I'll probably get my community to jump on a server with the track and just tell them to try to break it, try to exploit it, and then see if we can find any obvious weaknesses and then adjust it. Okay, so this one's gonna go, let's see. So the guys are, I want to continue this straight probably up to this point. And then we'll lower it a little bit. We could probably start lowering it a little bit, just kind of like little steps. Might as well. Because I wanted to add infinite nudge to be able to turn it a certain degree, so I can just have it slope down instead of doing the steps here. But yeah, it's causing stability issues. So we're not going to do that. No, thank you. Alright, so that's steadily going down. I might do it more. Shall we? Oh, damn it. Okay, hold on. Let's I'm not going to undo all of it. Just going to go back a little bit. Actually, we already might as well do all of it. So I think if we go 2 down, that should be adequate. And then what I'll do is I'll run a beam on the top, the orange beam, just to kind of smooth it off a little bit. And we can then also do the other walls, the other like stepping walls. And what I mean by that is these ones. So we can probably do these then, and not 4 but 2 meters. Maybe. I don't know, that doesn't look good. Let me just make it dark. Nah, we'll leave it off. Okay, but let's continue this one. So I'm going to probably take it up to about, as you can see, there is the other section of the track. Actually, no, we need to start turning this guy. So this is the furthest we'll go, and let's just do the bottom section. We might need to do this one. Otherwise we're going to have black lines everywhere. Yeah, okay, we need that one. Alright. We'll do this a little bit up here. Okay, cool. Okay, anti-cheese wall is in. So there's also another function where it will tell players, okay, you are still in the right place, just continue onwards. Right, so they'll jump through here. We'll leave all of this nature in here, and then this wall needs to turn to this point. So we're just going to fly over here and basically link it up straight to this edge here. Even though you can't see it, it will still work perfectly fine. So that lines up that sections, and then we can just kind of like cut across. And there you can see it. Nice. I'll grab this wall again, place it on here, and just make sure it's the same height. Okay, that's good. And then I wonder, do we need to step this down? Let me just do this little section here. I'll see if we need to actually lower it or make it higher. So we can probably keep it the same height as it currently is, but then step it up here as we go up. Alright, it's getting there. I'll probably do something more of this big wall section just to make it look a little interesting. But for now, I'm just going to continue on the track. I'm going to test that now, Nocturne. It shouldn't be able to jump over it, but I'm going to test it now. Because we do have a jump at the behind me. And we'll see what happens. Okay. You can take, we don't need this. So that's how I planned the route. I'm just gonna like lay down a bunch of beams or every which way. Okay, so we'll come around this corner because we'll probably have about the same amount of speed. I know some people are gonna be practicing these runs over and over, and they're gonna have way more speed than I have, but let's just see what's possible. No. There we go. Okay. I think you're gonna need a hell of a lot more speed. Oh, this car actually got stuck. It's a one with the wall. Let's it wants to come out. Okay. Now these cars do have hydraulics in, so they might be able to activate that. And what I mean by hydraulics is doing, doing. Let's see if that makes a difference. Ooh, I thought almost for a second that was a crash, but I think that was just autosave. God damn. Alright, let's try this again. So I have to press G at the apex of that ramp to see if it makes a difference. Oh my word, if I can just drive in a straight line perhaps. Let's try that again. In fact, let me just go from here. Because I was trying to do finger gymnastics by holding my finger on the G button to see if I can. So it just lifts up the nose. That's alarmingly close. Let's try that one more time. So that bounce actually did help a little bit. I think they'll be able to get very close, but I don't think they'll be able to get over. And I mean, if it's really a problem, we can just add 2 more of these, then that should be more than enough. Okay, so let's step these guys up. come on. Actually, you know what? Let me just put these through here because I need to see how high I need to lift this fence. Okay, so that's the height that we're going to end with. And we'll just step it down all the way until we meet the other side. Over on YouTube, Nocturne, your test will be able to tell if they manage to succeed. I don't think they'll be able to, and if it looks like it's way too close for comfort, then I'll obviously just increase the size of the fence. But what I'll also do is I'm going to put this on my server at some point, and I'll just tell my community, listen, try to break the track, or our section of track. Yeah, a bunch of testers. I see, your testers will be able to tell. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll get my community just to jump on and then see if they can break it somehow. And if you just add a bunch of random people in, that should be able to tell you if they'll be able to succeed. So we should be good. Because I know the guys will definitely be looking for ways to exploit a weakness if there is one in the track. 100%. And the thing is, I don't want to... It's not that I don't want them to be able to do like crazy stuff. It's I just don't want them to do crazy stuff, which then it makes them miss a section of the track. That's the opposite of kind of what I'm aiming for. So as long as they can do whatever they can, as long as they just kind of like follow the track as close, well, sequentially, as in the way that we designed it. Because I think that's just going to be more fun for both people watching and doing it. But you know, you get those sweaty guys that just want to win because there happens to be a competition. Come on, snap to it. There we go. Okay, there we go. Section looks a bit off. I think there's... Okay, what I'll do is I'll just do it like this so it looks a little better. There we go. And... fine, I'm not worried too much about the details. Because that's not really going to matter. Okay, so the guys will come through here. We'll put up another sign saying basically go left over here. So left, trace the front, this one. So this should be in direct line of sight. And I think if we do one more, that should be fine. So like that. Is it the right height? No, it's too high. This little guy right there. Come on. Just do what I tell you. So something like that should be fine. Perfect. Okay. So we've got two lifts. We're going to go up here. So I've got the fence up here. And there's so much obstacles in the way. I don't think they're going to get any speed to do anything aside from just ramming into the gate. So they go around this side. Let's actually just drive this section and just kind of get a feel for it. So we'll do the other side and we'll do this whole side here and see how it plays out. There we go. Car does not like to turn. At speed at least. They'll come around this side. They'll go for the jump. And then hopefully they'll just continue on because there's nowhere else to go. A couple of obstacles here and there. Oh. And this is where my section... Oh, look at all the cars here. This is where my section ends. So my colleague will take over from here. Mr. Whitestone or Tundra. So he's going to do this section. It's going to go out here. So we're going to go on to a next section now. And coming all the way around this side. And then we're going to go out on this side because they wanted us to show the ruins of the previous competition, which is going to be in that direction. It's going to be somewhere there. So we're probably going to come out around this area. This is the border, the red line here. And then we're going to push in here. Come around this section. Keep going all the way around. And then I'm going to take over. So we've got two options here. So you can see the road kind of like bends around. Let me just see. Oh, so the road's going to come around this side. It's going to twist and then come in here, and then it's going to split off left or right. And this is so Tundra's going to do all of that, and then he's going to do this section, and then I'm going to do from here onwards. I'm going to do this kind of like technical, like this is kind of like an off-road section basically. I'm going to come around here, drop down here. So we're going to have to do this section now. Come all the way around here. There's like a little water hazard around this side, and then they're going to link up with the other road that's going to go around that side. And once they link up here, I'm going to continue on here. So this is going to be a partial off-road section with like the water on the side. So okay, we'll stop there for now. But yeah, I need to do now this little section here. So I might go around this side and do like a nice little curve coming back in, and then over here, and then up here. So let's do our starting point for this little section. Actually, no, let's start at the beginning. So my section is going to start basically right here, more or less. So we can see there's the fence that I was just working on now. But yeah, let's say this section is going to be, so the vehicles will probably drop off at like a height here, and I think I wanted them to go into the river. So let's just quickly drive the path and just get a feel for it. So they'll exit off this road, get to this section, and then you kind of force them into the river. So we're going to have to block off the right hand side. We'll probably clear out the rocks once we get to the final section. And they're going to drop off here. Continue down this little section. So there's no sections where your vehicle can get swallowed up by the water. And we'll get out on this one, and then we'll turn right and go around. So I think what we'll do is let's actually start here. And we'll do our course. that is supposed to link up right here. So let's see what we can do here. We'll do a little testing. And for this, we've got a very cool mod that makes life a hell of a lot easier, which is the Curve Builder mod. So you can try and go three wide. And for this mod to do its best, you want to always do the outside circle. Juggler, hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? I am doing really well, thank you. We are working on the racetrack, and I'll get everything ready so that we can also work at some point on the on my wall. But I need to switch back to experimental to be able to do that. So for today, we're going to be continuing on with this racetrack that we're building. Now, before I just do a turn here, actually, I want to just take a moment. Oh, you were lurking. Okay, nice. So I don't have to catch you up. I want to do something interesting here. And at some point, I want to do loops that go. So when you drive this way, the loops will be like a corkscrew going that way. I want to see if I can do that. Sometimes I wish I can hack your brain for my benefit. You're going to get the good with the bad. You're going to get the creativity, plus all the craziness, all the kookiness that's going to come along. You're going to get saddled with that as well. Nah, I'm a fairly normal dude, pretty much. What you see is what you get. All right. So my first thought is Zoid DSP. There's probably a special way to pronounce it, but hey, welcome. How are you? I'm pretty good, thank you. I hope you're doing well as well. So you can do like a little curvy turn, right here. Exoi. Izio. I know I'm butchering it, so forgive me. Izio. We'll go with Izio for now. Right, so this guy. So we can do like a little turny turn, little sneaky turn. But I think we can probably do better than this. But let's just kind of check it out for a moment. And then we'll have it go this way. So, but now we need to. So if we do this, let's have a look. No, that. Let's just have a look and see what it looks like. But I do want to do something a little bit more exciting. But this is how we Ezio. Oh, Ezio. Gotcha. I was kind of thinking that, and I was wondering if that pronunciation would be the same. And yeah, thanks for pointing it out. Ezio. It means eagle. I didn't know that. That's obviously Italian, if I have to guess, from purely because Assassin's Creed was set in Italia. In Italy, rather. Italia. It's Italian, yes. Okay, perfect. Right, so this will be... This is my first thought of what we can do in regards to basically a racetrack. But I think we can go a little bit more extreme in the sense of like I think Trackmania crazy. So this one would then kind of go like that. I am French. I am South African. Anyways. So this was my first thought, is to do like kind of like this, but I don't know. I think we can do it better. I don't know what though. Because the thing is, you've got the water hazard here, and if you fall in the water, no, but we are reaching about 200. We can probably do about 200. things, if you fall in the water with your vehicle, you pretty much have to reset. So I had it on earlier, but I kept crashing, so I had to drop it off. Something wasn't agreeing with it. But I do have Curve Builder, which does something like that. I'm kind of stuck now. What do we do here? What do you do? Because the thing is, if they come down here, they're not going to have a lot of speed to start with. So we can do like oh, you know what we can do though? We can do like a curve side thing where they have to climb against the curve. So in other words, what I mean by that is if I grab this little guy, this one, we can go, come on, we can do this guy, and they can basically, if you miss it, you fall into the water. And that can be the challenge part of this section. Come on. So in other words, you can do a nice little tight turn here. And then have it face inwards. The thing is, if you fall off here, you're gonna be walking. Or in this case, you're gonna be resetting, basically. And we can have it go up to this. Yeah, I think we'll do that. It's not overly complicated. It kind of works for this area. And I'll go along the side all the way to that point there. Juggler, because this idea of mine will make you work hard, but if you have a gradient, the curver, you can bank. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. Bank the track. It's not that much work. Izio, what's your project? What is your project on the side? I've seen a bit of what others are planning, and every project is crazy. I know people are like doing like themes and things. Like I think there's like a dinosaur theme and a this and a Roman theme. The thing that I got is build a racetrack, so I'm building a racetrack. That's it. My theme is, if you have a car, you can drive this road, and it can be fun, and that's it. That's pretty much it. Right, thank you for the alert. So we'll do an embankment here, definitely. So let's see. I don't really have a theme, to be quite honest. I'm literally just building a racetrack in the coolest way that I can imagine and do. So my theme is a racetrack. So let's dump all of these and we'll just focus on the embankment. And we'll see. So we'll do a quick little embankment and then we'll see how crazy we can make it. So let's start on these 3 platforms that we originally wanted to do. And we'll go. Yeah, I know some people are building like crazy stuff, but for me personally, I'm solely going to be focusing on just making a cool track. That's it. I'm not going to try and make it like a Roman theme, like a Roman track or something like that. It's just like, no, I'm going to do what I want. They will bring a part of a track, but maybe you had a specific theme, like some teams doing Jurassic Park. Yeah, I know. Yeah, recreating Paris. That's the one I was kind of like referring to. These guys are doing awesome things, but me personally, what I would rather do is I'd much rather focus on just making the track better and better, as opposed to doing something like really elaborate. But yeah, to each his own. Huh? That's just where my preference is currently at. We can do something like this. We could even do it like if there's a turn like there is going to be now, they have to, I don't know. I was thinking they can maybe go up here And then there's a section on this side that embanks up on that direction, and they'll have to go transition to that one to make the turn. I don't know how I'm going to do that.
A new follower emerged.
And we got a new follower.
Eziosp just followed.
Ezio, thank you for that. Appreciate it, my man. Glad to have you. No, put away your chainsaw. What are you doing? So we'll probably just ease off the embankment up here. Let's go around. Okay, so let's build it up a little bit and we'll do a quick test. Let me just change to something else because he's going to keep ripping it up or putting it out. That's what you said. That doesn't work. Asphalt, half moon. Okay, I just want to do default now. There we go. Which side? Okay, so this side is. So this side might throw you off when you fall in the water, if you're not careful. I will do a rather big embankment actually, to make it feel a little bit more epic, and then we'll remove, at some points we'll remove this section that you kind of keeps you in position. So this one will then go, we're going to go to curve mode again, and this one will curve into this section right here, forcing you to embrace it. Embrace the curve. Or the slant, rather. So let's bring this guy out a little bit. Like that. Oh, hell yeah. Obviously, we're going to have to block this off, and but we'll get to that in a moment. Okay, so grab the little car, and this thing has got amazing grip, so this shouldn't be too difficult. And then I'll have to do something there, of course. But now we're going to lift it up a little bit. Let me just stop swimming. And we go nice and high, and we'll remove the bottom section for part of it. So in fact, I wonder, let's do this. We might even change this out for windows, so it just looks a little freakier. Okay, so let's take this. We'll do this entire middle row. Will just be windows then, so that we can see out, and we can build like a little bit of. We can build something to just make it look like it's structurally sound at least. So this will go up to there. Oh yeah, that's gonna look freaky. Just to make sure that it actually drives smooth as well, because we've got a fair amount of overlapping going on there, which you don't really see with the foundations. Oh, whoa. Hold on a second. Okay. I think the window section looks kind of interesting. Yeah, that's the wrong way around. Oh, both. Okay. So I think to increase the challenge is we'll remove the bottom sections at like on that section there, perhaps. Let's grab another car. I didn't have speed. This is not smooth though. Ooh, that might be an issue. Look how many cars are just lying there. So, do we have any of these windows that are actually smooth? That might, maybe the other type? These ones? Oh, okay. None of these guys are smooth. That might be a problem. Let's try and get some speed. That was actually, again, surprisingly easy because this thing is so grippy. So let's try and, do we stick with the glass? But then let's, so once they get to this point, we'll remove these. And we're going to put in, no, not this guy, this guy. Which then forces them to use, obviously to use the, that sections there. Let's just get like a frame at the bottom here. And we can go further, maybe up until there. And we can then turn this guy around. Come on, go down. Page. There we go. I hope you guys enjoyed the music. I updated the list a little bit to have some more songs in there. Still got a lot of work to make the playlist nice. It's not too bad at the moment, but always room for improvement. So do something like that. I might even remove the top one and do glass on that section as well, just to kind of make it seem a little bit more intimidating, or more actually be more intimidating. But I want to probably do something to, once I finalize this design, I'll do something to make the glass a little smoother. This section is actually going to be a little tricky for them to get onto it. In fact, let's actually hold on. Let's paint it. That's what it should be. Okay, and then we'll add like this little caution section there. Just to indicate the shenanigans are afoot. I'm getting thirsty now, actually. It's a good thing I got my drink here next to me. Staring at me the whole time. I like this little yellow section on the side. It's kind of like danger, danger, Will Robinson. There's the shit up ahead. There we go. And I suppose we can just leave that like it is. Should be fine. There we go. Yeah, I can just go straight down this one. Just to kind of have this move, it's kind of falls away. Pretty much what I'm trying to say. Like that, yeah, there we go. And we can even probably add some of these in. Because I also need to make sure that they don't just turn left and just go through the shallows. So we'll have to put up some sort of barrier there. Maybe we'll ditch this and just have the barrier continue onwards, just to kind of drive the point home that that's what they have to do, get up on that wall. And then when at this, we can probably do, yeah, let's do it over here. And just to do the underside. Nocturne, over on YouTube, you can use the smaller signs you made earlier along those various signs. The ones I made earlier. Oh, sorry, you mean the signs, right? Now the thing is, we must try to not have excessive signs. So what I'm going to try and do is, wherever I can, I'm going to try and not use any signs. But I assume you mean use the signs just to say go right or go up there. This barrier will obviously have to be bigger, but we'll get to that in a moment. Okay. Look at it. Alright, let's give it a go. We'll start over here. Take these rocks out because that's gonna happen. And no, That's an example of how you don't do it. Let me show you how you're supposed to do it then. Let me just take care of this rock. Where's these rocks? I wonder if you can take them out. I think you can. Ooh, the explosion's quite big. I don't want to destroy the trees. Let's do... Right. Don't destroy the trees. We'll be fine. I don't care about the small ones. Okay. Let's try that again. And we'll do like a little ramp here just to make that transition a little easier. We'll do 1 meter. And let's just neaten this up a little bit so we can do this little, do that. I need to change this to coated concrete, I think. Coated concrete. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do something else there. But anyways, that's fine for now. Ooh. You can absolutely do it. I think actually it easy. This car's doing all the heavy lifting. It is a little wobbly, like a little da 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 da. And what we also could do up here, just to prevent them from flying over. So it's not, I don't think it's going to be as challenging as I was hoping it would be. And we'll do this glass as well, because why not? Yeah, there we go. And let's do perhaps, almost do like a little dome here. That looks kind of cool. There was one that I put down here. Here we go. Bye bye. So I think let's keep going with the dome and just kind of see what it looks like when we're done. I think there's like a lot of overlapping going on here, so let's change the material type so maybe we can hide that a little bit more. See if that works. Okay. Kind of interesting. Let's try the normal roof. I just want to see what it looks like. Oh, what we can do this one. This is going to blend a hell of a lot better. There we go. Again, like I was saying, it's not even close as challenging as I thought it would be. Okay, but now we need to figure out this one, because this is where they will fall off, but they'll fall over here. So we can probably just do like a section curving out of this one. So probably like that. Yeah, kind of like this. And we can even maybe, wonder if we should take this out. Yeah, let's I want to see how far I can get without having to use that little bottom lip. You've just given me inspiration for a build with that roof section. Thank you so much. What do you have in mind? Tell the rest of the class. Oh, here we go. So add more glass, add more roof. Look, I'm collecting cars here. Alright, but hold on. We wanted to do we can maybe do this here so that they can't choose that section. So I might just gonna try to blend this in a little bit. Or we could just, excuse me, we could just continue with the roof maybe. Okay, let's continue the roof theme. Not sure yet, but I like the way that looks. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, I can play with it and then see if something comes to mind. And then maybe you can do something really cool. I do kind of like this little outstretching arm effect. Let's extend this and see what happens. I'll just kind of bring it in. I think I'll continue that outstretched a little bit, but this doesn't look good. In fact, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go like this. So we've got these little 3 panels on the back, and I'm just gonna use that as like a guide. So something like that. So now I'd stretch a little bit more evenly. I think maybe let's do it even less. Oh, but they do kind of lift up as well, which is suboptimal. So if we go all the way back, we're going to have to nudge down as well. Yeah, that's going to be fine. So let's go in halfway, nudge down a little bit more. Yeah, like that. So I think this is off. So we'll go double what the previous one went. So kind of like that. This off with chainsaw. I think we do one here. Let's do one more just so we can overlap. There we go. And then we'll continue this outstretch a little bit. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Spam callers trying to swindle me. Those little arm things look kind of interesting. And if we want to, we can maybe even try to decorate it. Also give it a little bit more color. So we can do this. We can do this. And then we'll join them up so it kind of like forms a line then. So basically like that. Why is it wonky? Or we don't even join up, we will just do the orange strip only. Yeah, just like that, that's better. Otherwise it's just going to look weird. Okay, why am I messing all of these up? What the hell? Go from there. Whoops. To there. Are you straight? What? I mean, sure, it's not that difficult. There we go. So I think, yeah, I was aiming at the frame. You have to aim at the roof, otherwise... I probably started on the roof and then aimed at the frame at the end. That's probably what happened. I think that last one's wrong. Yeah. And this one. Oh, what the hell? Really? It's starting to piss me off. Let's try and get this right. Nice roofs. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We're getting there. If I can just draw a straight line with this damn curve. But I'm not sure where it's snapping to, which is kind of okay, we'll do it like that, and then it's still skew. It's like almost like it's inheriting something that throws it off. I don't know. Maybe I just need to get good. See, I just want to do that, but then it keeps bumming out. I don't know why. But yeah, thanks. It's looking kind of interesting. I'm trying to dress it up a little bit now as well. Let's try from the top. Hopefully there's less snapping points that I can mess up. Now there's definitely something off here. This is weird. Yeah, look, it's... Now how did I do these then? That's strange. Okay, let me try something else. So if we do it over there, yeah, see now it's straight. Oh, it seems it's a bit of a weird one. And then it's off again. I think the snapping points on these are a little weird. So I think I'm going on, wow, this is strange. Let's, oh, okay, oh, let's do default mode. Okay, maybe free mode is what's messing it up. It's got too many options. Go like that. Let's try now default mode again. Yeah, default mode for the win. That's weird. I'd like to do a neat orange line here, but it just doesn't want to play with me. It doesn't want to cooperate. It's being difficult, and I can't really figure out why. Okay, so this one was obviously because this one is overlapping, so that's probably why it's a little odd. So default mode. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we'll keep doing it like we're doing it now. So when I move on, that's kind of what I was going for. Okay, let's see if we can let's do a quick little test again. Just delete all the thousands of calls I've got going here. Okay. Right, Mr. Explorer, let's go. You need speed, my man. And fail. Right, we'll leave that there just to remind me to do better. Let's try this again. Oh, this is a little tricky actually. If you don't get it right the first time, you're gonna be hitting that reset button. But so far the course isn't difficult, but this one is a little tricky. So if you do like any of this, like you might be fine here. Okay, interesting. Alright, so once they get to this point, they're supposed to kind of just drive out on this section. Going out. Let's add a little bit of a ramp in here, or just an incline rather. We'll do this guy. And it just links up to that point. That's perfect. Alright, so this one is a little tricky actually, which is good. Come on, stop. There we go. Let's do the upside down one. Actually, you know what? Let's just cancel this section here and just do this corner bit. I think that's gonna look better. There we go. And we need a level section here. We need one level section, not a gajillion. Okay. And something I'll do as well is I've got a crane that I built a while ago. And I think I'll add the crane in here and we can lower something here in the middle and have like a car just hanging here. But yeah, that should be interesting. Okay. So let's do this little trim again for this section right here. I'm still trying to think while I'm busy doing all of these ones. I'm still trying to think what can be like the next really like big thing, because I've got the loops there and I do want to do more loops. I'm also trying to think about what can I do that would look really cool and also be quite challenging. Now Whitestone on the other side, he's also busy concocting something. He showed me this morning and it's kind of cool, and it's pretty much just a massive bridge but with a couple of twists and turns and added into it to make it interesting. But I think this section still needs like one or two more really cool things, like big and interesting. Let's call it attraction pieces or set pieces rather. I think set pieces is probably the better word. And one of them that I'm thinking of is a series of loops that you have to do. The first one kind of gives you like a little taste, like a little warm-up, and then do more loops just to make it look really interesting. So, and then we still need to block this area off so they stick to the river, because it's kind of like an off-road section at the moment. But I see we got a whole bunch of new people in here, so let's actually show them what the track looks like from the beginning. Do a little sneak peek, a little peek behind the curtains. And the big thing at the moment for this track is this loop that I made here. Don't worry about the blueprint maker. Okay. Actually, let's take this one away though, since we're gonna do a demo now, anyways. And I still need to build supports for these floating foundations. Might as well drive back. I think it's actually gonna be faster than flying. So this is kind of like this section's starter area, just those bleachers there. Right, so this is the starting point to the left here, zone 11. You kind of do this curve here, and then you gun it straight for the big loop in front of you. And the idea is to try and nail it exactly like I'm doing right now. See, that's planned 100%. Come around this little embankment, or actually corner, and then you hit the embankment. And you can kind of like go up here a little bit. We'll probably do the roofs here, and then my camera bums out. Oh shit, hold on. And we're going to go through the tube around this little corner. Then you get one or two choices to go to. So let's go left. And then we're going to go straight up ahead. Got this little bounce that you can do. Whee! And then you can see little signs at the back telling you go left, sir. And then if you like the bounce, you might want to do the ramp, but I don't think that's a good idea. Then you've got this like off-road section that will still do something interesting here. A couple of rocks and whatnot. Just keep going. Oh, and there I spun out. So this is going to be like a bit of a rough section. So this is where my section ends, and then my colleague in the race, his section starts, and he's just going to go around there, around the back end, come up to this section. There's going to be a big loop here, maybe with an embankment or something, and then my section starts here again, where you're going to fall off here. They're going to fall off here, go into this kind of like bundu bashing a little bit, and those rocks are quite annoying. Whoa. Whoa. So this is kind of like the technical route, and you've got like a little jump here.